Welcome to another adventure with me, Dave Hennessy. Today we're taking a stunning road trip along the Rhine River in Germany and crossing into the heart of Luxembourg with stops at the charming towns of Bacharach, Vianden, and the historic Clairvaux Castle. Buckle up, let's hit the road. Our journey begins in Germany, cruising along the Rhine River, one of the most iconic and picturesque routes in all of Europe. The Rhine isn't just a river, it's a storybook flowing past ancient castles, perched on hilltops, endless vineyards, and quaint medieval villages. As we head south along the B9 highway, every twist and turn reveals another postcard perfect view. And there, just ahead, is Bacharach, which is a beautiful little town. Now, we didn't stop much in Bacharach, but there is cobblestone streets, half timbered houses, straight out of a fairy tale, and vineyards that seem to climb up the hillsides. There's also a castle. I think it's pronounced Stahleck Castle, and it's overlooking the town. It's a short hike up. Again, we didn't go up to it, but it seems to have a panoramic view of the river, which would be absolutely worth the hike. Next time, we'd hope to be able to do that. From Bacharach, we continue westward, leaving the Rhine behind. The drive to Luxembourg takes about 2.5 hours, but it never feels too long. German roads, especially the Autobahns, are known for their quality. You might be wondering about those famous no speed limit zones, and yes, they exist, but not everywhere. Always watch for the circular white signs with a diagonal black stripe. That means the limit is off. So you'll be going down the Autobahn just cruising at 120, 150 miles an hour, and all of a sudden it'll say, oh no, the speed limit has to go down. Then it goes back up. So you got to be watchful for that. Just because you go fast doesn't mean you should. Safety first, always. Crossing the border into Luxembourg is seamless. No stops, no checkpoints, just a small sign welcoming you. That's the beauty of traveling within the Schengen zone, at least most of it. Some of the places you're going to need a vignette, so be sure you get that if you're going to go to a country that requires it. Now, one of our stops was in Vianden, and actually we stayed overnight at the Bellevue Hotel, which was a nice little hotel. Unbeknownst to us, there's a castle up on the hill, and I think it's called Vianden Castle, standing proudly on a hilltop just above the town. We didn't see it. We got there in the evening and, of course, bedded down. And then early the next morning, we got up and headed towards Clairvaux. But the castle dates back to the 10th century and has been beautifully restored. As you walk through its grand halls and towers, you really get a sense of what life was like in the Middle Ages. Um, a quick tip, if you're visiting in summer, Vianden hosts a medieval festival complete with knights in armor, traditional music, and local crafts. It's like stepping back in time. So that's kind of cool. From Vianden, I think that's how you said Vianden, we head north about 40-minute drive to Clairvaux. Now I have a whole nother chapter or video on the Clairvaux Castle, so I'm not showing a lot of it here. But the road winds through the lush forest and rolling hills. It's peaceful and a scenic route. It's very nice. The Clairvaux itself is a quiet, charming town. World War II, it was kind of a center point for part of the Battle of the Bulge. And they actually have a museum there in the castle for the Battle of the Bulge, plus some other museums in the area. But the main attraction, of course, is the Clairvaux Castle. Built in the 12th century, the castle now houses several museums. The Family of Man, and it was by Edward Steichen, a powerful portrayal of human life and emotion. That's on photography. The castle's white walls contrast beautifully against the green backdrop of the Ardennes forest, making it a perfect spot for photos. For just a moment to soak in the history and the scenery. Just like that, we've traveled from the storybook villages along the Rhine in Germany to the medieval castle of Luxembourg. This route is more than just a drive. It's a journey through history, culture, and natural beauty. Whether you're sipping Riesling by the Rhine, exploring hilltop fortresses, or wandering through quiet forest roads, there's a sense of timelessness here that's hard to describe. I would encourage anyone who wants to get off-road, rent a car, And just be sure of the mileage. Make sure you have unlimited mileage or you know how far you can drive. And head off. The roads are good. Even the back roads up in the mountains and stuff are very, very good. They're well paved, and I don't remember ever seeing a pothole. But anyway, that would be my suggestion. Get off road, explore where few tourists go, and enjoy a lot of the sites that are free. And thanks for traveling, and we'll see you next time.